In today's episode of our Inspiring Women series, I'm talking to Leanne Thompson. Leanne is a model, a disability advocate, and a wife and mother. I know, Leanne, you said it's important to mention them as family. It's your family that keep you smiling. So thanks for taking the time to chat to me today. Could we start maybe by you telling me about your recent work as a model, which maybe some people might think is a little bit unexpected, as they're not used to seeing someone who uses a wheelchair and who suffers from a number of chronic illnesses head down the catwalk. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so I used to do modelling when I was a teenager and young adult, and acting as well. Okay. For a while, and then when I got unwell, and then sort of had my son and sort of all the things that have gone on since then with my chronic illness. Yeah. I started to, I suppose, the first thing I did was pantomimes in my wheelchair, which was really quite exciting because I was back on the stage again, which is also, something you don't see that much of. So I like to encourage more of it. Yeah. And then I happened to just do a photo shoot with our son and his girlfriend, my husband and I, one that had been gifted, and I really enjoyed it. And the photographer actually engaged with me, and we booked up another shoot. So I did another shoot with him, and I started to put the pictures online, and then sort of I got more response, different things, and it's sort of grown from there. In 2020, I became an ambassador for Unhidden, which is an adaptive clothing brand. Yes. I was in their first photo shoot, and then earlier this year in February, I was actually on the runway, which was incredible. Yeah. It was a shame because we were the only adaptive fashion brand there. Yeah. So hopefully this is going to develop. There's going to be more of that. I want to be able to do more. I've also done sort of since then as well, I've done modelling for other brands. It's obviously Unhidden. I've done Well Called Clothing, which I'm going to do some more things for. And that's, really good because they're moving forward. They did children's pyjamas. They're now done ladies. They're going to do loungewear and men's. So there's things in the pipeline there. I'm going to do more modelling for them. And I'm on their website, but I'll be, there'll be more on there. I'm going to do more for Unhidden. They're going to do more clothing on their website, different things in the planning. So I really love it because it's like, it's something that we haven't seen enough of, and we want to see more of. Yes, it is better. I mean, when I was a model going back, you had to be stick thin, sort of size 8, very tall, long legged, which I was at that time. But anything else really, I mean, even then I'm 5'7". It was like, oh, you're a bit small for that, and you're a bit, So now it's so much better. There's more diverse modelling, isn't there? So with the plus size, changing, but everything, the disability, the limb difference, facial appearances, and transgender, all the different diverse models you see now. I hope by people seeing me that it will encourage them to think, oh, I could do that. Why can't I go and do that?
Yeah, why can't
because everybody has the beauty within them. This is what I always say. So it took me a while to learn to love my body again, because I've got lots of drains and tubes and lines, and it's changed dramatically. But it's different, it's just different. It doesn't mean that it's not still beautiful. It's just different, and this is what I want to encourage others, because I think there is beauty in everybody. So.
I agree, totally agree. Well said. So you are also a disability advocate. Can you tell us why that's so important? I think you've already touched on it, but is there anything else?
I think the big thing with this is inclusion. Yeah. It is better. We are seeing more representation. I've just said, I use the word representation matters a lot, just because I feel that it does matter. And I don't think that we are given what the fair deal yet. You know, it has improved, but we've still got a long way to go before we are treated as disabled people living with differences, you know.
Yeah.
We want to be treated like human beings. Definitely. You know, and that's what I advocate for.
Yes.
So that everybody is treated equal. We should have all equal opportunities, whatever, whoever we are, wherever we come from, you know, whatever our race, gender, religion, background, disability, you know, gender, whatever, you know, we are all humans, you know, and that is how we should be treated. But there is still this equality, lack of equality and inclusion for especially for disabled people and people with diverse needs. So this is what I want to advocate for. You know, there's so much that still needs to change. You know, I still struggle when I go out, you know. It's just really silly things like lowered curbs when there isn't somewhere you can get down in your wheelchair. You can't get in the shop.
Think about, do they?
No, you can't access shops, you can't access changing rooms, you can't access some entertainment places, restaurants, you know, it's always, everywhere you go, you've got a plan. And I just think it would make life so much easier for people if those things were in place and we didn't have to think about it. So as someone that's lived with this for over 20 odd years, you know, I've seen a lot of things. I have seen things change, but there is still a long way to go.
A huge room for improvement, isn't there?
And I mean, with the modelling, you know, with that as well, we are seeing more disabled, more diverse models, as I've said, in the catalogues, and you know, in different, on the Instagrams, on, you know, social media, on the telly, you know, but there's still room, you know, to improve that so much more.
And just people have to realise
No, this is the thing. I think if you don't realise, if you're not, either if you're not living with it or living with someone that's living with a disability or, you know, diverse differences. So it's opening people's eyes, you know, because as I've always said, you know, we are human beings first. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm not proud to be disabled, because I am. And I'm not trying to change that in a way, but our disability in a way comes second, because we're human first. And that's what I always say. So this is what I'm advocating for, really, to just see more inclusion, you know, more equality and better representation, as I said at the beginning.
That's fantastic. It's really good. Good luck with that. And I hope, we can do more by showing this video as well. It will help that little tiny bit, maybe.
Every little helps, doesn't it? Everybody's in this together, and I think that's what makes the difference as well.
And I think you'll agree with me when I say you are quite unconventional. You would consider yourself an unconventional woman, and you know that at Cyssan we love everything that's unconventional. Believe that it's important to be yourself, to live your own unique life.
Absolutely,
because it's your superpower, really. Be unique, embrace your uniqueness. So can you tell me a little bit about what being unconventional means to you?
I mean, I think people often say to me, once seen, never forgotten. So I hope they mean that in a nice way.
I'm sure they do. Yes.
I hope so. I mean, I say I'm quite a bold person. I've got a real passion for sort of fashion and jewellery, everything like that, really. I love to get dressed up. I always used to. And then, you know, when I was first done, I sort of changed a bit. And then I'm like, no, because this is not me, you know. And I have always say, you know, say my sort of quote on my thing is like, be bold, like live life, be bold, be you. And I'm always saying to people, be who you are. Don't try to change to fit into society. Definitely. You know, because and
you won't be happy if you do that.
No, because you've got to be the person that you want to be, and that's not always easy for anybody. But even harder, I suppose, if you're living with disabilities and like chronic illness, because people do think, oh, but how are you doing that? Or, you know, or can't do that, can you? Or it's the other way around when they're like, oh, so are you better now because you're doing that, you know? And it's like, well, no, but just, you know, this is how I like to live my life.
Yeah, this is your life. You've got to live it how you want.
I just have a motto of trying to keep smiling as much as I can. Now, it's not always easy. So, you know, and obviously, actually today has been quite a tough day getting to come and talk to you. But I still battle through it. And that's me. I don't tend to want to be like the normal. So I don't think I'd call myself normal, but, you know.
I don't consider myself normal either. I think that's a good thing.
I think so.
I think you're very inspiring, Leanne. And that's why I wanted to talk to you. And I wanted to see you wearing a Cyssan watch. And I've noticed, it looks really great. It's the Kiss 5. Yeah. So you've been wearing it, the Cyssan way, upside down.
Yes.
How does it feel wearing it that way?
Well, I'll tell you what I say. It's really comfy because you wouldn't know whether it would be, but watches can be quite, especially when you've got a lot of allergies and a lot of, like I do have, I've got very sensitive skin, I mark easily, and watches can be quite uncomfortable. As I say, I do love my jewellery, and I'm very much a earrings, necklace, ring, you know, bracelet, watch. I like the lot, you know, I like to have it all matching. So I've got quite a few watches, but some of them, I can't wear them for long. I'll take them off and I'll be marked. I mean, this one, I don't have a mark on my skin at all. It's lovely because it looks like a bracelet, especially if you've got the little Monty bit. And this is so much easier to tell the time because, you know, you just sort of like that and you're like, oh, it's the time.
Yeah, you don't have to move your arm so much, do you? It's really just movement. Yeah.
And it's really great because you want to be able to tell the time yourself. And I always think the other way sometimes it's like easier for others maybe. Oh yeah, look what's the top, you know, if you want to show someone else. But no, I think it's brilliant. I think it's really, really, really brilliant. And definitely.
Great.
Looks good. Feels good.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Leanne, for talking to me today. I know it's not been an easy day. And thank you for wearing the watch and showing it off.
Yeah, definitely.
Really appreciate it.
Continue to wear it. Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.